Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today we have a new Mythic troop, Mistmother, exclusive to Glory Gem Guild and VIP chests for 1 week only. So, we're gonna go do a key opening, see if we can get it, and then if we do get it, then we'll make a team out of it, and all that jazz. So, yeah, it looks pretty good. It's a dragon. It hits all enemies. It throws up wild cards a little bit, but the main thing you want to focus on is that the third trait fairy fires all enemies on 4+ gym matches. So anytime you get like an extra turn or you're like doing something loopy, it'll fairy fire all enemies. And you only have to do it like one time, and then the whole enemy team is fairy fired. And then whatever else you hit it with, I wouldn't like totally rely on this new mythic to do the damage per se, but you know, just its third trait to fairy fire everything, and then you use something else to then do damage. Fairy fire does 50% extra spell damage. So if you do 100 damage normally, and all the enemies are fairy fired, you're gonna do 150 damage if they're, if you hit them while they're fairy fired. So yeah, let's show this thing and get going here. Not sure what I'm screwing around doing on the screen, but suppose commentary I screwed up. Got a PS5, a new laptop. Shout out to DC United for that. Super appreciate it, man. I'm gonna keep saying it till I'm blue in the face. Can't believe you did that. You're amazing, dude. Everybody say thank you, DC, in the comments. I haven't done a Gems of War video yet where I've announced all this. So yeah, new laptop, new PS5. Got it. It's here. We're on it right now. But there's the Mistmother, 24 blue, purple, yellow, bright forest fey dragon. Make sure you reset your console, or start your game over. Make sure you're on Friday, and go check your guild chat. Make sure people are getting it, or at least global. Make sure people are getting it. But it deals damage to all enemies boosted by fairy fired enemies to convert 3 skulls into ×2 wild cards. So damage to all enemies is always nice. Seems not bad actually, because my magic is 41, so it's doing 47 damage. Boosted by fairy fired enemies, so ×6 is the boost ratio. And then it turns 3 skulls into 2×2 wild cards. So sounds pretty good to me. I just don't know if it's going to be able to like carry a team all by itself. It's probably more of like a 4th man off the bench type of deal. So it can do its third trait there, fairy fire all enemies when matching 4 or more gems. So that's how I'm feeling about it right now. But in saying that, I think it's good. I think it's like an A tier maybe, something like that. But we'll have to get it first and make a team and everything. And yeah, so hopefully y'all get it. Let me know in the comments, did you get Mistmother? And how many keys did it take? Show me some teams for sure, and I'll show you mine here in a second. If, I don't know what's going on, what I was saying here, but I did not record the first time, and this is the second time I'm recording it. I should probably cut some of this out, but I already did, and I'm going forward because I'm getting frustrated. But here's your keys. When you're going for a new mythic, the highest chance is guild chest. So guild chest on level 6 would be your best way to get. I mean, VIP keys might technically be a little bit higher, but if you have VIP keys and you want to use them, I think they technically have a slightly higher chance. But for most people, it's going to be guild seals. Guild chests on chest level 6 will be the highest chance of getting the new mythic. After that, it's gem keys, which have the next highest chance, and then glory keys, which have the lowest chance. You cannot get it via gold keys. You cannot get it via event keys. You cannot get it via shiny keys. So don't try to use any of those today. And don't try to get any other mythics, because this is the only one in the drop table for an entire week. So if you do get it, don't be getting extra ones unless you're doing it on, like, some people do it on purpose. Some people get 2, 3, 4, whatever they do, and sometimes that's necessary. But there we go, Mistmother. I cut out a little bit of key opening there. I used my glory keys all up and didn't get it, and then what you saw all the guild seals. So I used like 2,000 glory keys. Just I just cut some of it. The video was too long, so I cut out a couple key openings there. But leveling it all up, get it all fully folied, fully leveled, fully traded, fully folied, and now we got it. So we got it. Well, it didn't take too much, You gotta expect like it to take a certain amount. You don't want to be going after new mythics with like 500 keys. Like, you're gonna need thousands probably of keys, which isn't too crazy if you really like guild seals. You should have a bunch. If you're doing everything in the game you're supposed to be doing, you should have a bunch of purple orbs, which aren't used for anything else, pretty much. There's like one other little tiny thing that purple orbs can be used for. But otherwise, you should be going out and getting every Chaos Orb you can for situations like this to get the new Mythic. Because you could just pop all your purple orbs, have a bunch of guild seals, be on chest level 6, and that's the... You should be getting all these new Mythic. Like, it shouldn't be that hard for real. Like, I mean, if you're a beginner or mid game, I'm not saying it should be easy, but eventually it's not that bad if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Alright, so I'm going to try it here with Sycorax, Wand of Stars, Mistralis, and Mistmother. It's an all-blue team, as you can see. I think I'm going to change my class to Titan because I want to have a Brown Storm going, so in a 50% start. But if it was used in Guild Wars or PvP situation, I might do Elementalist. Just like it's a team... This team is mainly... Okay, so this team is not to do, like, crazy damage like a Stellarix or Chrysantherax. It's not to, you know, go super fast or anything like that. It's not super fast, it's not super high damage, but bear with me because it does have a use. When things are super hard and nothing's working for you, you know, sometimes you have to just not give the enemy a turn. You have to loop them to death. So this team will do that. It'll do that. The only problem with it is a little bit of a slow start. But if you can make it past the first, like, 2 turns, 3 turns, then the enemy never gets another turn. A lot of the time. Like, there's occasions where, you know, the enemy will have a weird storm and you have to curse it out. But other than that, like, if you have your storm going and you have your Sycorax going, Mistralis does free damage. Okay? It gets an extra turn every time it casts. So I did cut out a couple of fights here. I just want you to, you know, full disclosure, completely honest. I cut out a couple of fights as I was getting it going and stuff like that because I didn't think of certain things, like the enemy team had a purple storm and I didn't think to curse it out. I just went ahead and, like, the whole time there's a purple storm, so you don't want that going on. Make sure you curse out their storm if they have a weird storm up there that you don't want going on. Because the goal here is to cast your Sycorax on brown or blue mostly. Now green is okay as well, but brown and blue mostly because Mistralis uses brown and blue. So you're going to want to loop on Sycorax on brown or blue. So you really want a brown or blue storm. So whatever storm you have, like, I usually just check what do I have the most of. If I have the most blue, I'll use blue. If I have the most brown, I'll use brown. But, you know, so if you have Titan going, you're going to have a brown storm. So you're going to want to probably do brown. But if you have more blue, do blue. You know, take other colors off the board so you have more chance at blue and brown. But anytime you have Mistralis cast it, it's free damage. And the whole enemy team is Fairy Fired, so she's going to hit them harder. So, free damage, then you cast Sycorax. Okay, you just loop on Sycorax. Looping on Sycorax, getting back up Mistralis, cast it again. Free damage. You know, you can use the dragon to finish them off if they, you know, you'll figure out about how much your Mistmother is going to do in damage. And once they get below that point, you could cast your Mistmother to finish them off. You'll see, I think I do that in one of these fights, but just getting up my Sycorax, it does take a second. You could, nah, I don't think that would work. But, you know, get up your, you could get up your wand first, is what I was thinking. Your wand starts with 50% mana, and it only needs, like, 9 mana. So you could take, like, yellow, purple, red, get up your wand and cast your wand, and maybe that'll get up your Sycorax, but make sure you use an Anu for that Sycorax, that Mistralis, and that Mistmother. The wand, you want to make sure you're using a 50% start, because the only thing wrong with this team, like I said, is it's slow start. And the slow start is only like 2 turns. I'm not talking like 5, 6, 7 turns like you're boosting your armor to 1,000 by casting the same spell over and over and over or something. It's really just you got to get up Sycorax once, you got to get it looping, and then you're off to the races. Like, the enemy will never get another turn. So we're casting on brown. Look at all that brown. Boom, gets up Mistralis. Cast Mistralis, free damage on Fairy Fired enemies. Cast Sycorax, whatever color has the most between brown and blue or green. Most of the time it's going to be brown or blue. So we're looping on brown right now. Sycorax didn't get back up, but look, there's an extra turn. Boom, still our turn. Cast it on brown again. Loop, get up Mistralis, free damage. Bang, bang. Now they should be under. Boom, kill him with the dragon. So that's pretty much the idea right there of the team. Get up your wand or your Sycorax. Get looping. Get looping on brown or blue. Once you get looping on brown or blue, the enemy never gets another turn. You cast Mistralis for free anytime it's up. and then you finish them off with the dragon. Pretty simple, right? So we'll show this last fight. I think I just have some real good fights after this. That's why I showed a couple more. But getting up my Sycorax. Actually, I'm getting up my wand this time. I tried that. So boom, getting up my wand. Matching yellow, matching red. I gotta figure out how to get this mic working while I'm recording, because I recorded this footage while talking, and it did not capture the mic. So I need to figure that out by like Sunday for the live stream, which we will have a live stream on Sunday, I'm pretty sure. Unless something crazy happens. Like I think Mrs. Sinny might be having a vacation soon. I don't know, or I can't figure it out or something. Like, not like 90-something% chance that we do a live stream on Sunday. I think we got Vault Event right now, right? So we'll do some Vault Event. We'll try out the new PS5, see how it streams. Do a test stream or something. This is my test video, pretty much. And so far, I need to work out a couple kinks, like getting it to record my microphone while I'm recording my footage at the same time. Probably just some setting I don't have turned on right, but it's whatever. But you saw that battle went a little bit smoother. Like I said, oh, there's the one thing I gotta just harp on a little bit, is when the enemy has a different storm that you do not want. Like that one fight that I cut out, they had a purple storm. All you have to do is cast your wand, use the curse option. Just curse out their storm. It gets rid of their storm, and then your storm will come in. So yeah, occasionally you're gonna face enemies that have a different storm. The game prioritizes enemy storms, because it goes from top to bottom, so it goes from Sycorax to Wand of Stars to Mr. Alice to Mistmother. That's how it checks for storms, right? And then it'll go over to the enemy's team, their first slot, their second slot, their third slot, their fourth slot. It checks that in that order. So the enemy team always gets priority on storms, but you can curse it out with your wand and your curse option, and then your storm will come in. So that's why, like, sometimes when you're using, like, Diamantina, you don't want a Cynthia under Diamantina, because then that Light Storm's going to keep happening when you really want a Skull Storm. But yeah, overall, Mistmother, I think, is a good Mythic. I think it may be, like, a A tier. These are my first impressions after, like, 15 minutes of using it, so I might change my opinion a little bit. Don't take this as gospel or anything. It's just my first impression, but I think it's a useful Mythic that you should probably try to get. I don't think you need multiple copies or anything. Some people maybe get multiple copies if you're super high level, but I think you should try for it. It's not the end of the world if you don't get it, if you're saving up for something else, or you have very low amount of keys, but I think if you do have the keys, you might want to try to get at least one copy because of that third trait, mostly. But yeah, that's it for this one. Thanks again to DC. I'll see y'all Sunday for the live stream. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Get up on the channel down below, and I'll see y'all next time.